8 years ago, I set off on a journey to discover something big. And my soul has been on a mission. And the mission has gotten stronger and stronger. And the calling has been getting louder and louder. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome. Welcome, because I'm here to share. Here to share what's on my heart. It's been hard for me to explain what the fuck is going on. Like, literally, it's like, you know, when your whole life just like gets to the moment and you're like, oh, I understand why everything in my whole life up until this point had to happen in order for me to fully enter this next chapter of my life. I feel like I'm completely on the path of my purpose and fully stepping into it. And I feel like I had to do a lot of work on myself. For me, I've just been on this freaking journey my whole life, as we all are. And 8 years ago, I was feeling called to travel the world and explore something outside of my bubble. And so I set off, knowing travel would change me, but not truly understanding where it would take me. And so every year, I would set off on these new adventures, quantum leaping, really like seeing how the universe plays with you and shows you the synchronicities and aligns everything it's meant to when you are just following your heart and where it wants to take you. And so every year I was, setting up jobs for myself all over the world, working for companies. I ended up getting hired by big companies that supported me financially, which is where I am now, and created this freedom lifestyle where I'm just asking and being and saying what I want. And the universe just saying, okay, here you go. And I had lots of challenges along the way, but became very present with all of those challenges and learned to just really look at them as lessons. And just life, like people always ask me, you're so just like passionate and enthusiastic about life. You're always talking about life. And it's because I'm literally a life artist. I've been studying the art of life for the past, my whole life essentially, but really been diving in deep on understanding it so much deeper, the depths of it, how to navigate life with the most ease and flow and effortlessness, where you gain this like bliss state and you get truly high on life, really feeling it and being immersed in it. And because I've done that, like, yes, I have my down times, I have my challenges, my struggles, my darkness, and that's specifically what I faced over the past 2 years, some of the darkest times of my life. I was always very embodied in the light, and that was the first half of my like kind of adult years, I guess you could say. I'm only 25. I'm turning 26 next month, but I was just always avoiding the dark parts. I was like, oh, I'll deal with that later, or oh, that seems scary. I don't want. I'm just so optimistic. My rising sign is in Sagittarius. I was like focused on the light. I was like, oh, the optimism. Oh yeah. But the darkness is where life finally said. I was constantly moving on to the next, doing everything I wanted to do. I lived in New Zealand. I was traveling up the coast, being a photographer for Australia, Bali, like doing all these crazy things, always like seeking the next fun opportunity. After really having my first big like diving into personal growth in 2017, when I worked all over Europe and like had all these companies sponsor me, and it was just like crazy. And when I say sponsor, it was essentially just like I was living for free, being paid, being hosted by all these really cool tourism companies. That's where I really learned that life is truly full of possibility when you follow your heart. and you will be rewarded, and things will just start to work out when you trust. And trusting the process has gotten me through so much. That's the word I hold on to. Trust. Through every part of the journey, I've like died and been reborn and gone through challenges, and I was hit in 2021. I had a crazy injury on my Achilles tendon, which spread throughout my whole body. I kept getting re-injured because me being an Aries, I'm like always wanting to move forward and do the next exciting thing, because life is so exciting. But life was like, this girl's gotta understand what it means like to slow down and to be present with my emotions and the things that I was constantly, filling my schedule up with fun and exciting things, seeing people at it, doing the fun things. And I'm very good at chilling, my Taurus moon. I'm good at chilling. But the injury knocked me out, put me into a depression, because I kept injuring myself so badly that I couldn't even walk for 3 months one summer. And I'm still recovering from that injury. I'm still can wake up in pain and can feel my body. I got into a scooter accident a few months after that crazy injury, which really messed up my hip. I've been healing my physical vessel. I have ovarian cysts. They were giving me issues. I was in the hospital in Guatemala by myself last year, where no one spoke a lick of English. They wanted to operate on me and like and I'm like, whoa, what is going on? I ended up having a savior come, this doctor come save me and help me and get me home and all the different things. And honestly, throughout as the challenges come, I honestly just sit there and I laugh. Like, what are you showing me now? Like, what's this next what are you trying to teach me, universe? I'm here for it. Show me the lessons, because I'm here for it. I'm here for the experience. And that's how I can remain so calm and present with the hardships in my life now. Over the past 8 months, I've went on the deepest healing journey of my life. I had a dark night of the soul moment where I didn't know who the fuck I was anymore. I was the biggest ego death I ever experienced, and that is a whole other journey with relationships and different things and all these different things that brought certain emotions up within me that I needed to be really present with. All my deepest, darkest things I was always perhaps running away from or, pushing aside. I was really able to fully look at myself from an outside perspective. and like, I was literally like, I just like lied in bed for like weeks at a time, just like staring up at the ceiling. And I was like, who am I? I don't know what's gonna happen. But I didn't allow myself to sulk so deeply in that, where I couldn't see an end. And I couldn't see an end at some points. However, I surrendered to the fact that I just knew everything would work out in the end, because I know I'm here for a greater reason beyond myself. So if I could just let my ego push it aside and also just acknowledge it, learn to communicate with myself in the most loving way possible in whatever moment of my life that I'm going through, and just learn to fully hug myself, talk to my ego and my inner child, my smaller self, the one that's just trying to keep me safe all the time. Just say, hey, I love you. How would you approach a child crying? You wouldn't say, hey, you're doing a horrible job, I hate you. You would literally go up to the kid and be like, hey, it's okay. You were just trying to keep me safe all these years. Now it's time to like take a back seat. Literally, I've been working with a healer, an energy healer, spiritual mentor of mine. He's a 71-year-old enlightened British man. And we worked together for a few months before I left to come here. And he was teaching me how to heal myself, my physical vessel. And through that, there's all this emotional, spiritual healing that comes with that. And learning to reprogram our minds into thinking into new thought forms. So for me, I originally came to him to heal my physical vessel, but what actually happened is I'm literally healing myself in all parts and training my mind to think it's already perfect health and vitality on all levels of my being. And how do we do that? Well, the ego, the smaller self, it's always going to be there. Your higher self wants to so badly help you, but you got to ask first for your higher self to come through. Your smaller self's trying to drive the car, okay? But her feet don't reach the pedals. So how is that going to happen? How is that going to work smooth and safely and soundly? It's not. So you got to go up to her, say, "Hey girl, thank you for your perfect, unfailing service to us. You've done such a great job. I know everything you were doing, those are just all misunderstandings from the past. You're trying to keep us safe. Now you're going to take a back seat. Just take a back seat, look out the window, relax, and you're going to be our ally, not our enemy." And then your higher self can now take the wheel and start driving the car with this confidence, this power, this strength, this ease, and this grace. And that's your heart taking the front seat wheel. And your smaller self, you're checking in. You're checking in all the time. "How you doing back there? Hey girl, how you doing?" Give a little high five, give a little smile, give a little wink, little wave. Check in with her. And now she can help you. Your smaller self wants to help you so badly. You just need to give her the proper instructions and directions. You need to retrain her into thinking a different way. So instead of keeping you safe, she's just supporting what your higher self is here to do. And in the middle, the person in the middle, is just like kind of just making sure everything gets done. Just like, yeah. Communing. You got to learn to communicate with your higher self and your smaller self. And this is kind of the journey I've been on. And you can do this in so many different ways. But anyway, this is what I've been doing. And through this, I'm learning to come from a place of just unconditional love and compassion. I've had profound new awakenings. So many. I feel like I've literally went through like 7 ayahuasca journeys within the span of like a month and a half. Every week was a new ayahuasca journey, which called for a week of integration in between. And every weekend I was being like activated in some way, and this and that, crazy different things around what the universe wanted to speak through me and show me. And so I needed to integrate, and integration is truly an art. And when I say the art, I've been a life artist and studying the art of life. There are so many different arts of life. The art of integration, the art of contemplation, the art of slowing down. Slowing down. It's truly an art. The birds are confirming. They were just confirming that, slow down. Get really present with life. Because that's where all the magic happens. Truly. And the art of so much more. So I've been like, not only studying it, but practicing all of it. And integrating, allowing it to form, to become part of me. So that I can be embodied in all of the lessons that I've truly learned from life. Embody it, feel it. Become it, practice it, and share that wisdom and knowledge with others and help them also tap into that energy. And throughout my journey, I've naturally loved helping others. Just like naturally, I'm always like the therapist friend, helping others. And I didn't realize how much value I held around that in myself. You know, as I've evolved and attracted others into my life that don't need me for that, certain areas in their life, I was like questioning my value almost all of a sudden. And so that made me go on a journey of really having to stop seeking approval of others and my worth, and just give myself all the inner authority and give permission to myself to just fucking be who I am, and not have to prove myself to every single person, and not have to people please every single person, and make sure everyone's okay and everyone's comfortable. Because I'm not here to make you feel fucking comfortable. You're gonna naturally feel comfortable in my energy. But for the people that are avoiding things that of me just being, I'm going to trigger the fuck out of you. I'm going to make you feel uncomfortable because I'm here to shine light in parts of yourself that you're probably avoiding, or shine light in the areas of yourself that you really like. And I'm here to activate you into that. I've been basically cultivating my intuitive practice. And I've embodied the light, and now I feel like I've embodied the dark, because I've just come out of the darkest time of my life, and I know it was, and I found new purpose on the other side. My mission, my soul has been seeking, it's been on a mission to discover its purpose, and I've been doing that, and I feel now embodied in it. I'm just living my purpose, but I've been almost hiding and not fully allowing the light to fully shine, because I was still in my process. And now I feel like I'm here to fully share it and express it more, and just stop doubting myself and just step into it, because I know my impact. I see it. I've worked with so many people. I've changed so many lives already. I love helping people. My true gifts are with people and seeing them. Like, I really see people. Like, I have a gift where I can have one conversation with someone. I can read their whole energy field. I understand them. I can read their energy. I can feel them. And then I can almost, as I, ask them questions and pull things out of them and understand them, I can view their life as like a timeline almost. I see their life from a bigger picture, and then I can zoom into what lessons they're meant to learn in this time in their life, and what are the blocks holding them back from reaching their fullest potential. And I can see them as like I already am seeing them as their higher selves. And then I can also see the parts of them, the ego, that of what they're meant to move through in this stage in their life, the stage of the journey they're at, and what maybe blocks are, their biggest karmic lesson, that the patterns they keep repeating, like what are they meant to fully learn and address. And even if they're aware of that pattern, I can help them break through it more, and with that awareness, and work through that and be just this support on their journey. Because we don't have to go through it alone. We all are going through, like, we are all one. We are all connected. We don't have to go through the journey alone. Okay? We're all going through things. We're all going through very similar things too. We all feel a lot of the energies, and we don't have to go through it all alone, because we're all going through it together. So the more we just speak up, share, and stop hiding and just be and express, the more we can feel like this is a normal thing. This is a very normal thing, and we have been repressing it for so long, and there's so much darkness in this world. It's like people are waking up to wanting more purpose, to wanting to tap into their gifts more, to spreading their light, and they know they're here. And when you're on this journey of your purpose, the dark things are going to be a lot more present, because you're meant to work through that in this lifetime. You're healing your ancestors right now. You're healing ancestral trauma. You're healing things that in this own lifetime. You're here to work through it, because you're going to turn your pain into purpose. That's just what it is. You're going to do that in your own unique way, whether it's through music, through art, through expression of whatever you want, through designing the newest, latest product that's going to change the world, through hosting a podcast, starting a YouTube channel, expressing your heart through speech, through healing, through sound, through whatever. It's your own art, and you're gonna do it uniquely, and that's why we're all needed. We're all needed in this time, because we're here to change the world, change the paradigm, change the way of being going forward. We're entering what we are in the era of healing now. Our ancestors, our grandfathers, our grandmothers, our grandparents, they didn't have the opportunity that we have. They didn't have the blessing and opportunity to actually question what they want in life. They just had to do the thing. They were in survival mode. They had to provide. And they did. And I'm so grateful for these generations who did the hard work for us. And now we're in a point of our times where we can relax more into being and healing, because we don't have to work so hard to provide. Everything's just fucking at our fingertips at this point. We can really do whatever. Convenience is now the normal. So we don't have to work harder. We have to work smarter. And the journey of mastering yourself and understanding how you uniquely operate and what your unique gifts are and your uniqueness, authenticity, realness. This is what we're bringing to the world. Our authenticity. Because when we can be embodied in our own authentic self, we are just walking permission slips to everyone else that you can do the same. It's safe now. It's safe to be you. It's safe. Before it wasn't so safe. It didn't feel safe. And when I was living in the yoga house in downtown Toronto, that was a little safe oasis for me to safely evolve into my authentic self, because it's not safe. You almost need to be in a cocoon while you're transitioning and have the support along the way. Because if you don't have the support and you don't feel seen and safe and held through that journey in some sort of way, it's gonna be really hard and a lot challenging. It's gonna feel really lonely, because a lot of people around us, if you're not fully embodied in a community aspect, or have, your soul tribe people to really make it feel safe to actually express your heart with others, then yeah, you're gonna feel like a fucking outcast, an outsider, different. And yeah, you're so different. Own that, be in that. And the more you don't dim it and you step into it, the more you'll actually just start to attract the people that align with your heart and your soul. Because everyone, they're out there and they're going through the same thing you're going through. So the more you just embrace it, the more they can embrace it, and then you can just attract what you want as you become what you already are and discover it deeper, step into it more. Everything in your reality around you changes. So anyway, I feel like I was able to safely evolve in that house for me. And now I'm here to spread my fire, because I've got a lot of it. And I was feeling this fire just brewing within me for the past year. I did ayahuasca last year in Costa Rica around this time, on my birthday actually, and almost a year ago. And in my journey, I literally saw a chapter book, okay? And it literally closed. It was like, yep, boom, this is everything that you experienced for the past few years in your life. Dogs are confirming it. Everything you've been experiencing for the past few years in your life, all the insecurities of the past, all the misunderstandings, all the things that you just from your younger self, the things where it was just lessons, now close and literally entering a new one. And so 25 years old for me was the transitional year from like young kid, like child, young teen, early 20s, young adult, into, okay, like let's fucking go. Let's enter this new chapter of, entering my second half of my 20s as an adult, but an embodied adult in her purpose, here to bring impact to the world. And whatever that looks like, it's going to be in the most authentic and unique way to me, because we can't compare ourselves to what other people are doing. Yes, we can compare for inspiration and motivation and to feel grateful. But if you're comparing yourself of, oh, I'm not there yet, it doesn't look like this, blah, 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 like your unique process is going to look different to everybody else. And for the past few weeks, I was also experiencing, again, like this lost in confusion, feeling a little disconnected to myself, a little disconnected to like there was a block. Like what? I just went through so much. I was ready to spread it, and now I'm here, and I'm like but I just needed to freaking give myself that relaxing time to just ease into it. It's not gonna all happen like this, girl. Go with the seasons. Get clear on what you want. Get clear on what you're letting go, because the soil is fertile right now. Those seeds that you're planting now, Aries season, oh my God, they are going to blossom into bloom. The healing journey never ends. There's so much more to come, and I am excited for the lessons and embracing life at all moments. So I'll leave it at that for now. Sending so much love to whoever listened to this message. This was kind of like a capturing moment for myself and to share with others, and hopefully anything I said inspired you or made you look at life maybe differently and shine some light into a little bit about the process that I've been going through and finding purpose in the darkness. Breathe in a beautiful breath of fresh air today. Consciously breathe that in. Enjoy the day. Yeah. And we'll see ya next time. Ciao.